Some big news involving the Texans and what if. Let's just play a little what if because I think we like where things currently sit. But what if the Texans, Nick Caserio, D'Amico Ryans and company didn't make the trade for Stefon Diggs? Let's talk about it. Another live, late night, 10:30 edition of The Locker Room.
Yeah. Yeah. It's The Locker Room on YouTube. You know what it is. Let's get it. Hey, Locker Room. Yeah, we in the locker room. Texas talk. Yeah, you know what we about to do. Localize every angle's what we really do. We the source. We the pulse of the city too. Landlocked. Got the game in the headlock. Localize every time. Can't stop, won't stop. Yeah, we top two and we not too. Plugged in daily digital on.
All right, little game of what if in tonight's edition of The Locker Room. Shout out to everyone who joined me earlier today during the live stream, the noonish one. We're going to have a lot more of those. Check out the D'Amico Ryans Podium Critic Review. We got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff in the works, but it is The Locker Room, number one source for digital content involving the Houston Texans. First thing I need you to do, I need you to swarm the like button, the thumbs up, swarm.
You ain't never hate.
Swarm.
And always remember, we're all in this together. We'll hear from Nico Collins. We'll get into some other news involving the Texans. Interesting decision, I guess, or is it? We'll talk about that. Johnny says he doesn't understand the thumbnail. So basically what we're doing here, my friend, is, and let me just pull up the thumbnail to make sure I didn't screw anything up. We're basically going through what this team would look like if they hadn't made the move for Stefon Diggs. Yeah, thumbnail's fine. If that didn't happen, what would this roster look like? And this isn't to second guess. This isn't even to like overwhelmingly praise it, because sports are fluid and we don't know how it's going to end up. But I do wonder, like, what would this team look like? Because me personally, and by the way, this is brought to you by BetUS. This stream brought to you by BetUS. If you couldn't tell already, BetUS is sponsoring this live stream, and I've been kind of on a roll on BetUS. Just lost my first bet. I might even just throw something on Diggs by the time we're out of here. So keep an eye on that. If you want to piggyback me, it's going to be a futures bet most likely, but who knows? We'll see what they got. But thanks to BetUS for sponsoring this live stream. What's up to all the locker rumors? I'm not calling it that. You can. I don't know if that really hits for me. Tommy Choi, what up? Primetime V says they're saying Keenan Allen's looking heavy, not as shifty as he used to be. He's coming off a career year. I would be really careful about judging. I've seen kind of a victory lap involving Keenan Allen because of what's going on with preseason. I kind of feel like that's a little bit dangerous, because I remember when Jamar Chase apparently couldn't catch a football in preseason, and then all of a sudden he went and had the best rookie season, or one of the best rookie seasons ever, one of the two best. So, yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about that. Good grief, Texans talk. What's up? Patty, hey. New hat. I see. I've had this hat for a while. I got this at the party. I'll be reaching on Tank in fantasy. I did as well. I got him in the fourth round, I think. Fourth round-ish. Did you catch the walk-off home run? I did. Diaz action right there. But, yeah, locker loons. Okay. Might be onto something there. Don't know. Be interesting. Giants were apparently shook by the Texans. Who knows? But let's get into this exercise. Again, this is brought to you by BetUS. All right, so first of all, the Stefon Diggs trade, this could be another example of the Texans having things go their way when plan A doesn't pay off. The one that we talk about the most is CJ Stroud. You ended up with CJ Stroud. Everyone, including yours truly, wanted Bryce Young. And you ended up with CJ Stroud, which was plan B. And there were reports that they were still going up to try to get Bryce Young. You're happy with CJ Stroud. I think it's safe to say if the Panthers could do it over again, they would take CJ. And the Texans, hell, if they could do it over again, they probably would have lost that game on purpose to the Colts so that they would get CJ if they knew he were going to be this effing good. So, yeah, Keenan Allen was plan A, though. And then plan B, you could almost make a case, was Eric Armstead. Although who knows how much it impacts Diggs, but they definitely tried to trade for Keenan Allen, and they definitely tried to trade for Eric Armstead. He said so himself. So the Stefon Diggs thing, with as good as we feel about it, and I feel like he's their number one receiver just based on what I've seen. It could go a number of ways. But the Stefon Diggs thing is interesting because it wasn't even one of your original plans. So how do you look at this and think about what could have been? Now, if you traded for Keenan Allen, who knows how we feel? The Armstead trade, who knows? Would they perhaps have been more aggressive early on to get Keenan Allen if they didn't know that Diggs was available? That's a possibility. The one thing that I think doesn't happen in this hypothetical, the one thing that I think does not happen is I don't think the Vikings trade happens, right? Am I right on that? The Vikings trade obviously was done with a Diggs trade in mind. I mean, that would make sense because you immediately traded and it ended up being a trade where you had Stefon Diggs arrive in Houston. You basically traded back 19 spots with the Vikings. So you got to think that would not have happened had you not had a Stefon Diggs trade in mind. So they perhaps keep their draft equity if that happens. Then you have a situation where you would have had your original first rounder instead of the trade, and you would be selecting at number 23 overall. Now, the question is, who would they be selecting? Who would the Texans be selecting if who would they be selecting if they had that 23 pick? Now, you wouldn't have Stefon Diggs, Tank Dell, and Nico Collins. You would still have a need at corner. More D linemen would be on the board. Could you take a receiver? These were the receivers that were available at 23 overall. You had Brian Thomas out of LSU. A lot of people like him. You had Xavier Worthy. A lot of people like him. You had Ricky Pearsall, and we all remember CJ Stroud's reaction when Pearsall went, and this was when you already had Diggs. Look at this. If you don't remember, let's relive and revisit CJ Stroud's reaction when Pearsall was off the board. Just look at that face. It's almost like he was hoping he would fall to the Texans, but let's just hear a little bit of CJ Stroud's reaction.
First round, get some more money. I talked to him a couple times, man. Congrats, bro. That's big time. Bro, he's elite. You'll see.
He gets
Especially
open.
in that offense, man. Kyle's going to dial it up for him.
Kyle
That's why I
will.
feel like he was going to fit in our system.
4-4-1
He was
with
gonna
a
fit in our system so
1-4-9,
well.
10 yards.
And that just kind of continued. So maybe CJ Stroud gets his way. There's the theory that, he wanted Tank. Maybe he gets his way and you end up with Pearsall, who's kind of been a little bit banged up in San Francisco. Xavier Legette, he could have been there. And then Adonai Mitchell, a.k.a. Mo City Mitch. So if you were going to go receiver, there were pretty decent options there. None of them are Stefon Diggs. And again, the price for Diggs, say it with me now, you traded back 19 spots. It wasn't this whole second round thing. It was a three-way trade. You traded back 19 spots. Thank you. Let's just make that very, very clear for the 100th effing time. That's what you did. So there's the wide receivers you could have had. Do they perhaps go with Kool-Aid McKinstry? Do they perhaps go with Cooper DeJean? Darius Robinson seems like someone that D'Amico Ryans might like. He went in that spot. Do they go DT? What do they end up doing? We'll never know, but the one thing we know is they would have had their original first rounder at 23 overall, and there would have been a lot of options there. Probably would have made day one of the draft a little bit more excited. Johnny Lambo says A.D. Mitchell or Xavier Worthy. He would have gone Texas. Texas Boss says, in all my mocks, I kept trading back in all my drafts. Talent level was about the same. You're one of those guys who trades back and gets like 36 picks. You're that dude. Texas Boss, I love you, my friend. I love you. I got love for you. But you're that guy who's posting your Pro Football Focus draft simulator. You traded back 47 times. And you got like an entire roster. Now all of a sudden you have 130 guys on the roster. Yeah, he was really mad about Ricky P. I do wonder in that situation, is that who you go with? It is as it's meant to be. I agree. I'm very much pleased with the way it went. So that's where the possibility would have been in the first round. Now, here's another thing that kind of makes it even more, will make you even more thankful that the Texans made the trade they made. Maybe an overreaction, maybe a camp overreaction. I'm glad they got Kamari Lassiter. Hell, maybe they reach on Kamari Lassiter and get criticized in the draft. Who knows? Who knows how much they liked him? But he's been CB2 from the beginning. He's looked the part. He's held his own against elite guys. And they ended up getting him at 42. They wouldn't have been picking at 42 without the Diggs trade. They wouldn't have had that swap and then the Diggs. So they wouldn't have been picking at 42. Lassiter would have been gone. We watched Hard Knocks. The Giants said they liked him. So he would have been gone for sure. So you would not have Kamari Lassiter. Now, would you have Kool-Aid McKinstry or DeJean? Who knows? I'm not going to sit here and say emphatically that I like him a ton more than those guys, but I kind of like him a lot more than those guys based on what I've seen. And again, that is camp. Corner struggles are inevitable once the season starts. You would still be picking at 57 where Fisher went. Do you still take Blake Fisher there? Who knows? Because at that point, you're going to need either a wide receiver or a corner, most likely. Unless they just ignore the wide receiver position. Who knows? Here's another maybe. Maybe they try to bring in Hollywood Brown and give him like $1 million more, $2 million more than the Chiefs gave him. Maybe they're more in the market for some of these one-year receivers. Maybe they like Tyler Boyd or something like that, and they'd be aggressive. That still doesn't sound as exciting as having Stefon Diggs there. So what would you have done at 57? There's a lot of possibilities, but quite frankly, there's not really a route here to where I like this ball club better if they hadn't made the Diggs trade. I think the Diggs trade, the brilliance of it, where you basically traded back, say it with me again, you traded back 19 spots for Diggs. I think it's ideal. I think it ended up very, very nice. And I think there's a chance Stefon Diggs is wide receiver 1 for the Texans. I think there's a very strong possibility that ends up happening. And I think that there's a chance that Kamari Lassiter ends up being one of the steals of the draft. So, again, might not have been plan A, but the execution and what they had to work with, it appears. Maybe they're getting the benefit of the doubt because they've kind of earned it right now. But plan A, plan B, it's about adjusting. And I like the adjustment that they made with the Diggs trade. Is there anything in y'all's mind that leads you to believe that there could have been a better possibility had the Texans not made the move? I'll give you time to think about it. In the meantime, let's hear from Nico Collins. Nico Collins met with the media types. Let's hear what Nico had to say today. And also part of that, you took the final couple years off of Diggs's deal, and Nico Collins got locked up as well. Let's hear from Nico Collins. Let me know if there's anything that you like more than actually making the Diggs trade. Look how happy Nico is. He's almost as happy as D'Amico was.
Doing good. Doing great. Bless. Can't complain.
Are you noticing that it's tougher on defenses with one more presence with Stefon added to the equation?
Yeah, that adds, another weapon, and yeah, it's gonna be hard for defense to cover, but I feel like it adds, another option, another explosion player, to our offense, and we know what Diggs can do with the ball in his hands. He's been balling this league for years, so great he's part of this offense, man, and great we can get rolling.
No.
There you go.
What have you seen in the growth of CJ, even from year 1 to year 2? What are the biggest things that you've known?
Really, man, I feel like he's been the same, man, just calm and collected, since day one, since he came in his rookie year, and now I feel like he got that year under his belt now, so I feel like now is what to expect. He know how to lead, but I feel like man, the sky's the limit for him, and he's calm and collected, man, just the way he go about his business every day. In and out the building, man, his film study, he's a competitor, he's the type of guy, man, you want to go to war with, but the sky's the limit for him, man. I feel like he gonna go out there, man, just ball out no matter what.
Actually, I remember my question. All right. So I remember one time I was talking to Stingley about you, and he was telling me like one of the things about you is like your ability to move is big. But what have you noticed about Stingley that makes him like difficult to go
against? Ball skills, man. Like I said, Sting, he cold. He's that corner, man. He's strong, physical, and he's patient. He's good with his eyes, great ball skills, and I feel like he never panics. I feel like a lot of corners, when the ball in the air, and a lot of DBs when they panic, not turning head, look, stuff like that. But I feel like with him, man, he's calm. When the ball in the air, he make a play. But Stan do special, man. Him, Kamar, man, our whole secondary. Like we got some corners, man. We got some our DBs, man. We go to war every day, So we go out there to practice, line up, man. It ain't gonna be easy, So win my rep, lose his rep, I lose the rep, he win the rep. It's like that. I feel like that's the only way we get each other better. I feel like that's what we're doing right now.
To piggyback off that question, Nico, I see you and Derek doing a lot of talking after the rep too. Is that just to, tell each other what you see? Even if you lose the rep, you'll tell him, what he did or win the rep.
Same thing, man. Just critiquing each other, getting each other better. Like, say for instance, I got a slant. He inside leverage. Like, did I threaten him enough to feel like I'm finna go vertical? So little things like that really help each other out. And I asked him like, say, I beat him on a go route or something, like coming out my break, clean. He tell me like, what kind of route was it? Did I do something different? We really just critique each other like that, man. I feel like that's the only way you can be with your teammate, with your brother, man, because I'm really, wishing on his success, So I feel like, man, I'm happy to see him shine. I'm really see him shine. The dude got all the tools, man, and I feel like that's the only way we can all get better. Just helping each other, helping your brother out. So I feel like, man, this year gonna be fun. We go and practice every day, with a purpose to get each other better. And I feel like, man, this year it's gonna be a great year.
We hear a lot about coaches talk about communication and how important that is. What could you say about CJ's communication? What is it about the way he communicates, and has that gotten better, or was he just already good at it?
Yeah, he always been that dude. He always been that vocal leader, since day one. I feel like that was kind of surprising, as a rookie quarterback to come in and lead the way he did. And he came in with a chip on his shoulder ready to lead. That's the way a quarterback should be when you first come in. But his communication, man, I feel like it's improving. Even though he's always been good, I feel like it's always improving. I feel like there's always room for improvement for everybody. And I feel like, man, he's willing to get everybody better around him. That's his mission. And I feel like we all bought in and we all play for one another. So I feel like his sky's the limit for him, man. And I'm excited to see it.
Sticking with the Sting theme, it's kind of a running joke that cornerbacks can't catch, that they don't have hands.
Yeah.
Just how rare is his ball skills at the level that he's showing?
Yeah, it's rare. Dude got hands now. He's an athlete. I feel like he's just an athlete. You can't teach an athlete like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure dude can play receiver or something, throw him in the slot or something off his hand, for real. But dude's special, man. Like, when the ball's in the air, a lot of DBs, they panic, especially like a deep ball, like a post route, because they don't know what the ball is. You don't want to get PI. But I feel like for him, man, he calm, search for the ball. And when the receiver look, he look, we all, make a play. So I feel like, man, that's the only way we get each other better, and the only way he going to keep shining. I want my dog to get all pro. He deserves that. Sure. It's going to happen, though.
I know sometimes it's just the result of the play, maybe the coverage, but what do you work on
to have such success after the ball gets in your hands. You're at the top of yards after the catch.
Yeah.
What are some of those things that you work on?
When I catch the ball, that first dude not tackling me. I feel like that's my mindset. I'm going to go score. I know I'm a bigger body, bigger frame, and I got to use it, be physical, and I feel like you play full speed all the time, man. It's going to be hard to come down. So I feel like for me, man, just catch the ball and just run through whoever you see. Those team that you want it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you put fear, I feel like, in the opposing defense. Like, yo, they're not quitting, especially you keep going off for quarters, just head down, just on the mission, and I feel like that's what I'm doing, just always finding room for improvement on my game, no matter what it is. Release at the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball, trying to make my roster stand look the same, because I am a bigger target, so it's pretty easy to see when I'm about to decel and things like that. So I feel like for me, just always staying in the drive phase, always, just trying to make my pad level look the same, so I feel like that's what I'm working on right now and going to continue to work on throughout the year, camp, practice, so I go out there and shine on Sundays.
Sorry. You take a lot of pride in being one of the veterans in the locker room, one of the voices in the locker room. How much have you been able to help those young receivers like a John Mechie and Xavier Hutchinson, especially Hutch? He has a similar frame to yours, and you all run similar routes.
Man, that dude Hutch, man, he's special, man. I sit beside him. We sit by each other in the meeting rooms, man. Like, we always just there helping each other. We always just, whenever he get coached up on a route, I get coached up on a route. It was bad rep, good rep. We just always just like there for each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, just always just feeding each other information back. I feel like we always there to critique each other in a good way. That's what everybody in the room know. I feel like we're all there for each other. Just to watch each other's success. And it's a route. Say you didn't get out depth or what your son should have did on the defender, broke in and out, just little things like that, man. I feel like that's really going to separate us. I feel like it's just open up our knowledge, about the game, just seeing different ways to get open. And I feel like that's what I'm doing right now, man. I feel like I'm still learning too. I'm learning from Steph, Woods, Noah, just older guys like that that's been in the league, that's been around the game, So I feel like we all really learning from each other just like that, to open up the bag to our game, So I feel like, man, it's just Hutch, that dude special. Mitch, man, he balling too. I'm glad he's back on his feet, man, back, where he belongs, and you don't want to wish that on nobody, to go down with cancer and stuff like that. But I'm glad he's back on his feet, man, back spinning with us. I'm glad to see my dog out there making plays, to see him jumping up joy, man, it's happy to see it, man. But I feel like for both of them, man, the sky's the limit. And I feel like they keep their head down, man, which they are, and continue to, take that 1% every day, man. It's going to be over with. But I'm glad for them boys, for sure. So
You've been doing it long enough in regards to these joint practices. What can you take away from some of those, and what kind of stands out when you think about the team that's coming in with regards to the
joint practice? It is what it is with me. It's another team coming in. We practicing. It's just practice. You know what I'm saying? Just another team coming, just like a little scrimmage. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's how I see it. Just practicing. You don't get to see. Tyler going to get Sting and, Kamar every day, just different faces in practice, just get that rep, So I feel like it's good. I'm glad we get that joint practice, but, yeah, I'm just locked in on practice. I ain't trying to fight or nothing. I'm chilling, man. Watch out. Going with that. I get too hot out here. Yeah, but, with it's like,
all right, there you go. It's Nico Collins. Man, he's an authentic, good-ass dude. I enjoy Nico Collins. Speaking of which, and this is brought to you by BetUS. Let's gamble before we get into some big news. Just kind of want to gamble. Got my BetUS up. You can use the code in the comments or in the description. You get 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000. So far this year, I'm up $240. Did a little heat check on the San Francisco over. Whatever. I should probably stay in my lane and stick with what I know, which is the Texans. Number one source for Texans digital content right here. So let's go ahead and get a preseason game odd. And we're talking about Stefon Diggs. You can see all these props. These props are nuts, by the way. I'm up 2,000. So since we opened this account 2 weeks ago. I started out, I put 2,000 in. I'm up 245.79. Don't want to get too crazy. Want to at least be 2,000 when the season starts. Couple prop bets. Never hurt anybody. So let's go receiving touchdowns, receptions, and receiving yards. And let's see what we get with that. So we start with the game line. We'll do that last. Let's go down to the props. Let's look for some Texans. I hate the even money props, but if you think something, Dalton Schultz right there, 3.5 receiving TDs. I'll stay out of that. We'll save that for perhaps another day. JSN, Mark Andrews. I mean, you can see all these props. Nico Collins right there. Over under 5.5 receiving touchdowns for Nico Collins. They have over under 5.5 for Nico. Let's see if we can find Tank. Tank is 4.5 and Diggs is 5.5. I'm going to go Diggs and I'm going to put 115 to win 100 on Stefon Diggs over 5.5 receiving touchdowns. I've seen the chemistry. You've seen CJ fit it in a tight window. So there's 115 to win 100. The bet is in. Okay, now we have 130.79. So we're going to heat check it. I'm going to go 130.79 on the game this week. Texans, Rams. Don't anticipate we're going to see a lot of Texans starters, which means those DBs that get cooked are going to be on the field. Sean McVay kind of seems like he knows how to find guys late. Texans receivers on the back end going to be trying to show out. Let's go with the over here, and let's put 113 on that. Oh, the limit. Okay, we got a little limit. The limit is a hundo, so we'll go a hundo. It's kind of messed up, but okay, we'll go a hundo to win 90. We will confirm, and that is the end of the degenerate actions of the night. You can go to BetUS and piggyback me. If you piggyback me, you're up 245. But if not, you can be a little bit responsible. So we'll see. And that's courtesy of friends at BetUS. Appreciate all of y'all for doing that. Yeah, over for sure. Let's go over 34. Let's just both teams played hard. Both teams played hard. I feel so positive when I bet overs. Go team, go guys. Root for them. You feel dirty when you bet the under. You really think no stars? Yeah, I don't think we're going to see a ton. We might. They've already played 3 preseason games. Remember, this is an extra one. The other squads, they only have 3. This is an extra one, so I don't think we see a ton. I think we maybe see a little bit, but yeah, I don't think we see them. And plus, they have the practices before, so they're gonna have the joint practices. Those they go hard in those sometimes. So yeah, I don't anticipate seeing a lot of starters there in the game. So we'll see what happens. Random people are calling Mario Edwards Super Mario. That's whack. Can't be doing that. We got to see a little something like that. Does Mechie need one more game, or is he good? He's good. He's good. He did what he needed to do. So yeah, he rose to the occasion and he did his thing. So yeah, I think Mechie's good now. Is Hutch, is Noah Brown, is Woods? There's a lot of questions. I think Mech is safe. Now, is he wide receiver 5, 6? I don't know, but I think he's safe for sure. Johnny says that he thinks that Nico is Andre Johnson with a little more words. I think you're getting a little crazy there, my friend. You're getting a little crazy there. Are you talking about at the podium? You're talking about the podium, right? Are you talking about on the field? Because I think his personality, he's shy-ish, but he talks a lot. Nico. I don't even know if he's shy, really. He's just kind of quieter. Oh, at the podium, yes. Johnny's kind of a low-key-ish podium critic. Other news involving the Texans. So they put some food out. Cody Stutes was out there. I was on daddy duty. Cody Stutes was out there. He retweeted some of the grub that they had. And I got to tell you, some of this looks pretty good. Some of this looks like a little too effing much for my liking. But Stutz tweeted it out, and then I guess Stefon Diggs retweeted it, so it got a lot of traction. 136.8K views. I saw it first, and I was like, damn, Cody, like, people must like food a lot because it just came across the TL. But these are a couple of things. They got the Wagyu chopped cheese. Don't know about that. Truth Barbecue, man, I'll go to the place to get Truth Barbecue. Although, might not have to wait in as long of a line. They got the lemon pepper tenders. No thanks. I'm just going to get chicken strips at a game. I don't trust a stadium to give me buffalo lemon pepper chicken tenders. I'll just dip the sauce. You can give me some buffalo sauce on the side or something like that. I'm good on that. I'm all about some hot lemon pepper wings and stuff, but at the game, nah. I mean, you're kind of going on the go and stuff. I don't want any buffalo lemon. And then you have the strawberry cheesecake pretzel. Whew, I can get down on that. How much y'all think that costs, though? That strawberry, let's just guess the prices. Truth Barbecue. Whew. Man, you got to be talking like 25 for like a sandwich and like chips or something like that. The buffalo lemon pepper tenders, like probably a basket, I would say would probably be like a chicken tender basket like that, probably 16 maybe. And then the chicken wonton nachos, dude, just give me the stadium style nachos. I don't want chicken wonton nachos. I need the stadium nachos with like the stadium cheese pump, extra jalapenos, maybe throw some protein in there, preferably ground beef, perhaps extra sour cream, guac. Don't know if I want y'all giving me guac. I like some guac if I'm going to a Mexican restaurant. I don't need y'all giving me guac, and throw some pico on there as well. And I'm straight. Now the pretzel, that is, I think Just Chad is probably right on this. That's probably a $20 item, the pretzel. Or is that the real price? Because I didn't see this. Don't know. Extra sour cream is a crime. Extra sour cream is a must. You're crazy as hell. Extra sour cream is a must. Just throw it on there. Pinkerton's is the same way, not to mention Killins. Truth is on another level for me. Truth is the best barbecue, and their sides are on point. You go on the line, it's going to be a long line, but that's the bad news is it's going to be a long line. The good news is when you go to Truth, this is what you do. You'll walk up. You got that little thing in the middle first. You walk. You go around that little thing. You keep going. You open the door. You walk up. You still got the zig around to the guy cutting the meat, who's always in a good mood. Like, I don't know how he's always in such a good mood. But after you do that, you're not cutting line. You grab like 3 beers. Probably like an Art Car, maybe a Love Street, maybe a Michelob, and you go from the Art Car to the Love Street to the Michelob. By the time that 45-minute line's over, you have a few beers going. Maybe some of y'all like to chug them quicker, so you go get them, but you just have a few beers in line. So, yeah, truth is the bomb. So we'll see how that is. Primetime's sitting here trying to turn this into a chat room. Come on, Primetime. You got a group text or something like that? What are you talking about? You're asking about the first overall pick? I would take McCaffrey, though. I had 2, and I took Bijan. But, yeah. Jay Hoover says he ran into Lassiter at Benihana last night. Which one? The one on Westheimer? Is that the only one? Benihana on Westheimer? Him and his parents, he was low-key and actually happy someone recognized him, said I made his day. He's a good, humble dude. Yeah, he's just a calm guy, man. He's about that business. And man, he just seems to be a ball player. We'll do a little Lassiter podium critic review tomorrow. The man, a few words. We also today, the bro, the gaming bro spoke, Dalton Schultz. Hey, what's up, bro? Yeah, man, me and CJ got the same IQ, so we can click on the football field. It's nice to have someone who's as smart as me on the football field. Nah, I like Dalton Schultz. I'm just kidding. Shout out to Dalton Schultz. Yeah, you got to go with the Benihana chicken fried rice all day. Really, really good though. But yeah, the price is going to be nuts. I would think Sting and AJ80 have similar personalities. Stingley's a little bit more giggly and smiley though. Have you noticed that? Like Stingley's kind of like joking around like a little bit more. He's extra country. Now when he first started, and I guess when his confidence wasn't as up, it was kind of real quick and a matter to the fact, but he's feeling himself. He's a lot more smiley for sure. They got one in Sugarland too, talking about the Benihanas. Still haven't had Patrol Burger. It's pretty good. I'll be honest. This might be a sin. Burger Bodega's way better. I'm sorry. I'm just telling you. You can thank me. If you're going for the smash burger, Burger Bodega. Burger Bodega. Best burger in Houston. Smash burger in Houston. And I like Trill Burger. Trill Burger's good. Really, really good. And they're just going to expand for sure. But Burger Bodega all day. Schultz. Yeah, man. No. Dalton. What was going through your mind when you caught that 26-yard pass from CJ Stroud? Yeah, it's just ball, man. The kid's special. He's special. I noticed it when I first got here. I mean, he's a dog, and he's got a good football IQ. I got a good football IQ, and bro, like we just connect. We just connect, bro. Should I put the bet in that all three receivers have 1,000? No, because there's no I don't think you can parlay props. If you could parlay props, then you could probably get something off of that. But basically what you'd be doing is taking 3 separate bets and you're not getting any payoff for it. Now, if 2 out of 3 go, then you'll win a little bit of bread, but it's not like anything that you do. Hey, Dalton. What happened during that scuffle with you and Derek Stingley? It's just football, bro. It's just ball. It's just football, bro. I love Dalton Schultz, man. Dude plays some weird games, though. I don't think he plays Madden. He plays like the strange stuff. Did Houston Stressens? Did he put any Schultz up? Let's see. This is usually the quickest way to get Schultz. He put a picture of him. Tell me this ain't a bro. Come on. Look at this guy. Come on, dude. He's got the Andre on. Tell me this ain't a bro. He's got to have some sort of quote on. Oh, here we go. All right. AKA Houston Stressens. Oh, he said he
just like.
All right, here we go. Let's see. Let's hear Dalton. Yeah, man. Just saw him out.
Just like he was a guy that I could tell pretty early from the conversations that like he knows ball. Like he understands football.
Okay. He's being corny. He's talking about CJ Stroud.
Just like he was a guy that I could tell pretty early from the conversations that like he knows ball. Like he understands football from just a big picture scale.
Yeah. He understands ball. He gets ball. Schultz said that he played his video games. He said that he played when the Texans season ended last year. He said he played from 10 a.m. to 4 a.m. 10 to 4. He's the man, dude. I like Schultz. I like his vibe. I like the different vibes of the team. Like if you look at the Schultz vibe, the Brevin Jordan vibe, it's just a different vibe. But yeah, that's all we got. Shout out again. Thanks to BetUS for sponsoring this. Again, you can get in the action. I don't know if everyone has a $2,000 bankroll, but whatever you put in, you're going to get a 125% bonus your first 3 deposits up to $2,000 if you decide to do such a thing. I actually did the math to where I got it up to $2,000 without having to put $2,000 in with the plus 125. So if you want to do the math, you can. I don't even remember what I said 5 minutes ago. So we'll see what's going on with that. Pete in a Gatorade bottle. A lot of guys do that on that gaming stuff. People are crazy. No doubt. They're absolutely insane. College football. I do that every Saturday. But you're moving around a little bit. You're not like staring at a screen all intensely and stuff. Mike says he watched me on the Ultimate Fan Show. You were awesome. I appreciate you, my friend. I don't know if y'all saw that, but me and Ultimate Fan. Let's see if I can find this. He didn't push the show as much, man, because I guess he was going to the Hall of Fame game or whatever. But he's on all these like Texans people's nuts. Then I go in there and there's just no push, man. There's no push because my man is going to let's see. Yeah, here we go. I played a game that was actually pretty sick. Let me see if I can find this game. We played Recognize. You remember the game on the Ellen Show? Did y'all watch the Ellen Show? I just remember the game. So let's. All right, here we go. This is the game. Remember the Ellen game? Here you go. Let's peep this real quick. Ultimate Fan, a.k.a. Steve. Oops. I don't think he cares if his name's known, is he?
Wear it here. I mean, if they wear it here, I pity him if they wear it. Cal, we've been doing some trivia. We've been doing things.
All right, here we go. All right, so this is like the put the head on the card thing. Shout out to Ultimate Fan if y'all want to check his stuff out. This was the game right here. Look at it. This man was face painted on like a weekday too.
This one we're going to do a little different.
There we go.
It's called Heads Up.
Game time.
There is some names on these cards here.
I love this.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift
I
it
think
to my head, and you're going to have to describe the person on this card, and I'm going to have to name the name from the way you describe.
Okay.
So we're going to start this
I can't
off.
say like jersey numbers or anything, can I? Is that is that cheating?
I think it might be.
names.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Hey.
No jersey numbers.
I'm just trying to get the edge here. All right. All right.
All right. Let's see what we can do here. All right. Number 1.
Former general manager, argued with Bill O'Brien a lot.
Jack Easterby.
No. A good general manager. Actually drafted well in the first round. Really, really good in the first round.
Oh man. I'm trying to think.
Came from Denver.
Come
on, man. Ultimate Fan.
Pass, right? Pass.
Yeah.
All right. We'll pass it.
Ultimate Fan. Rick Smith.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Next one.
R.I.P. Legend, the founder, brought football back to Houston.
Bob McNair.
Yes, sir.
All right. Next.
Crazy, headbutt, bleeding.
Oh, Brian Cushing.
There you go. False start. Good left tackle. Pro Bowl.
Oh,
bald.
Laramie Tunzel.
True. I shouldn't have started with false start.
Yeah.
No disrespect, Laramie. I apologize.
It's okay, Laramie. All of them do it.
It's all good, man.
All of them do it.
It sticks out.
Here you go.
Same position as Laramie. Left us. Perhaps the best left tackle in franchise history. Virginia Tech.
Dwayne
Color.
Brown. Dwayne
there you
Brown.
go. There you go.
All right. Here we go, man. Well, we're going to pass it to you, and I'm going to see what I can do here.
All right. Here we go.
Okay.
All right. 5. All right. Here we go. Ready? Go.
Oh, one of the cool quarterbacks, ankle injury.
Matt Schaub.
There you go.
That was easy.
Oh man, guy that just literally got kicked out of town.
Jack Easterby.
There you go.
POS.
POS. Oh, we ran him out of town. Quarterback gave him away. Literally, but they bought
Brock
him back.
Osweiler.
Yeah. And let's see here. The man from 6'10 himself decided to go on his own.
Oh, Landry Locker.
There you go.
There you go. Okay. That's 5. Okay.
Switch it up. Switch it up.
Oh,
we're going to switch it up. Go round 2.
Yeah, there you go. Well,
all right.
Let me make sure I got that.
Round two. Let's see what we got here. You ready?
Oh, one of the worst Texans ever, but one of the best safeties ever. Number
Ed
20.
Reed.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Double chin, angry, King.
Double chin, angry, King. My gosh.
Coach, head coach.
Head coach.
Jack Easterby's right-hand man.
This is Cully?
No.
Oh, right hand. Jack Easterby's right hand.
No, before that. From Penn State. The teapot. Bill yelling at Tom Brady.
Bill O'Brien,
Yeah,
double
there you
chin.
go. Yeah, see,
okay.
you've
the chin.
erased
You
that
would have
from
said
your
butt
mind.
chin for me. I hate that. Yeah.
You've erased that from your mind.
We don't talk about Bill O'Brien
Yeah.
around me.
That's good.
I mean, after the Kansas City game, dude, I just never want to speak that name
I'm
again.
jealous. He's actually a pretty good guy, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not bad.
I think Coop's better.
Oh, come on. That's not even close. Like, come on.
All
Shout
right.
out to Kubiak.
Right here.
Number 1 overall pick. Thought it was going to be Vince Young or Reggie Bush. It ended up being
Mario Williams.
There you go.
All right. One more. Here we go.
Cap.
Oh, this is D'Amico.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. All right.
Final
round 2 for you.
Here we
Final
go.
round. Here we go.
All right.
All right. The best fan of the Houston Texans.
Ultimate fan.
There we go.
Wait, Debbie the Texan.
The dude's got arms for days. I mean, just
Danielle
huge.
Hunter?
There you go. Oh man, he's a Browns
Deshaun
quarterback.
Watson?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Ah,
I kind of should have not answered that
Yeah.
so I could get some more hints. No, you might have gone somewhere
Right.
we can't go.
all right. First quarterback for the Houston Texans.
David Carr.
There you go. Bum's son.
Wade.
There you go.
He blocked me on Twitter for some reason. I've never said anything bad
Really?
about him. Yeah, I don't like. I've never said anything but adoring things about Wade Phillips.
But
I think I got drug into a conversation about him, and it wasn't even me.
oh,
So I think
you
he was just like I'm not dealing with it. I've never said anything bad about Wade
Right.
Phillips. Love him.
oh, the helicopter.
Rosenfels.
There you go. All right, the man that is going to induct
Kubiak.
Andre. Yes, sir. There you go. Man, that was a cool game, man.
That's a sick game. Shout out to Ultimate Fan and everything he's got going on. Big news for the Texans, or big-ish news, kind of under the radar news. Be sure to swarm the like button, by the way.
You ain't never hate.
Swarm.
Jimmie Ward got an extension. So Jimmie Ward, he got an extension. 1 more year. Maybe this means that if he's banged up, he'll be more likely to play. I think he's always going to play hurt because he's a tough dude. I don't know what to make of this. I don't have like a hot take on it. You just hope that Jimmy can stay healthy because he can play when he does. It's just kind of a big if. It's been an if for the majority of his career, and he's not getting any younger. He's double-digit years in the league now, so who knows how that goes. We started off with the question, what if the Texans hadn't traded for Diggs? Maybe we're all in the honeymoon phase. Maybe we're just all appreciating the excitement. But I did not see anyone that actually thought that there could have been a better scenario. So that was the verdict there. The majority rules. Why is J.J. Watt working out at the Steelers workout facilities? Is that a real question? I would imagine maybe he was seeing his brother or something and decided to work out. Who knows? That would be my guess. Appreciate everyone for coming through. Be sure to subscribe, like, right along. We had 3 videos today. More of that tomorrow. Texans aren't practicing tomorrow. They're off. Then they'll be back on the field Wednesday. And then business is going to pick up because the Rams will be in town. We'll get a little joint practice action, which never hurt anyone. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to swarm that like button. Hit the thumbs up. And most importantly, always remember when it comes to this Texan stuff, we're all in it together. Thanks to BetUS once again for sponsoring this this video. And always remember when it comes to this Texan stuff, we're all in it together. Thanks for coming through.
YouTube, we got taste for days. Opinions to give, we got takeaways. If it's up, then it's up. We number one. You don't need to try your luck. Locker room, yeah, we in the locker room. Texas talk, yeah, you know what we about to do. Localize every angle's what we really do. We the source, we the pulse of the city.